Tonight, we celebrate a century of pride and achievement at this, our 100th anniversary. However, we celebrate at the expense of those who came before us. We must never forget the heart and soul, sweat and determination of the thousands of members who built this local, the men and women who have worked at the trade, battled the elements, walked the picket lines, and forged a future for our benefit. As we celebrate this occasion, let us not forget our past, for it is our past that makes us who we are today. On August 3, 1904, Local 475 was founded on Halsey Street in Newark, New Jersey, with 15 charter members. The local quickly grew to 50 steam fitters and helpers by the end of 1904. The future success of the local was recognized by President William M. Merrick of the United Association in a 1904 edition of the UA Journal. On Thursday evening, September 8th, I installed the first group of officers for Local Union number 475, Steam Fitters and Helpers of Newark, who have rapidly gained membership and today control the majority of steam fitters and helpers in that city. In the early years and throughout the 20s and 30s, the local benefited from the 15 breweries that set up shop in our territory. These were prosperous times for Newark, and as the city grew with industry, the Steam Fitters Local 475 grew and prospered as well. A boom of chemical plants began to sprout up along the Newark waterfront and Port Elizabeth. Plants like Reichhold, American Cyanamid, Linden Chlorine, GAF, DuPont, and Diamond Shamrock. The smokestack industry that New Jersey is famous for grew along the Route 1 Turnpike corridor, along with the construction of the Standard Oil Refinery, General Motors, Budweiser, Merck, and Newark Airport. These industries were and remain today a major reason why Local 475 is one of the best territories in the United Association. In 1940, the local grew in size with the consolidation of Elizabeth's Local 180 and Plainfield's Local 318. The membership took a sudden hit in 1941 as many of our brothers rushed off to war after the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
In September 1941, 5 eager young men started out as apprentices in this local union, known then as Steam Fitters and Helpers Local 475. Our hourly wage rate was 40 cents, and we got 5-cent raise every 6 months. Everything was going well until World War II came along, and we got new jobs with Uncle Sam. Thank God we all made it back and resumed our careers in the trade. I have no misgivings on my choice of livelihood. My hope is that the local can continue to move forward forever. Fraternally yours, Nicholas Beisheim.
As World War II came to an end, the local received another great boost in its membership as its workers returned home and resumed their trades. New labor laws from FDR's administration and the desire of the GIs to share in the American dream gave greater influence to the nation's labor movement. These again were fortunate times for the local worker as New Jersey grew in a post-war economy.
And when I come in the business, these guys are the best guys in the world, was the GIs, myself and Jerry. We worked with a lot of guys after World War II, and they were stand-up guys, and they stuck together, and they made this local strong what it is today. And they were the best guys in the world.
So I worked on various projects from small commercial buildings, such as supermarkets, office buildings, churches, schools, up into heavy-duty industrial projects.
It was a good, hard work to get done, but you met some of the greatest guys in the world. They worked with you. You got a good crew together. They always were there to help you, no matter what.
Throughout the 60s and 70s, the local was fortunate to have major projects to support our workers, like Linden's natural gas plant in 1973, Engelhart in 1974, and the around-the-clock task of putting the refinery back online after several violent explosions rocked Union County in 1973 and 79. In August of 77, Local 475 headed west, consolidating with Local 300 from Bernardsville and Local 309 from Summit. Today, Local 475 covers the middle of the state, from Newark to the Delaware River. In the 80s, new technology and tougher environmental policies helped bring about new large-scale projects, which continued to fuel the local, including a huge expansion at the brewery, the garbage burners in Newark and Rahway, K-15 at Sharing, the Linden Cogen facility, MSO in Merck, and the polypropylene plant for ConocoPhillips. The landscape of our territory has evolved over the past century, from old chemical factories and breweries to pharmaceuticals and biotechs. Though change is inevitable, one thing remains constant. Local 475 is strong and continues to build the systems that will power future generations.
We're here at the PSEG Linden plant in New Jersey. We had the pleasure of working with the 475 steam fitters. It's a great pleasure working with the trained craft that we've experienced out here. I've traveled the country and worked with many members of the UA, and I think that this local here is top-notch.
Currently, we have somewhere in the area about 245 local 475 pipe fitters. Right now, we're bringing our production numbers up to the level where we had anticipated. Actually, we're doing better than we had anticipated, due in a large part to the excellent craftsmen that were supplied to us.
The caliber of worker we're getting are highly professional, highly cooperative, and doing an excellent job. And they're doing their best to get this job done on time in a safe manner. Excellent job.
Today, Local 475 reaps the rewards of being located in the heart of the great state of New Jersey, which has evolved into a mecca for the pharmaceutical industry. Over the years, our steam fitters have logged in enormous hours at Merck, Schering Plough, Huffman LaRoche, Aventis, Johnson & Johnson, Ortho, Ethicon, Ciba Geigy, Pharmacia, Pfizer, Medirex, Organon, and Implon.
We have about 90 representatives from Local 475 on the project. What most folks don't know is in every building, and especially a building such as this, that the building has to live, it has to breathe, it has to function. And the kind of things that the folks from 475 do for us bring life to that building. It's through their dedication and hard work, their commitment to quality and safety that these things happen.
The word union refers to a group of people working together for the good of all. Nothing better describes the work and accomplishments of Local 475. From the first-year apprentice to the general foreman to the retirees, we are all one Steam Fitters Local 475. Each and every day, our lives and the lives of our families are made better by the hard work, dedication, and commitment of the members of Local 475. For over 100 years and millions of man-hours, the steam fitters have made major contributions to improving the quality of life in our great state. Your hands have helped to build hundreds of schools and churches, as well as our colleges and universities. You have supplied heat and air conditioning to our shopping malls and office buildings. You are responsible for the refrigeration in our supermarkets and life-saving medical gases in our hospitals. The electricity we depend on and take for granted every day would not be possible without the efforts and skills of the fitters and welders who have helped to construct the powerhouses, cogens, and resource recovery plants. Local 475 members provide the beer lines and steam coils for the Budweiser Brewery and install high-purity piping systems for the many pharmaceutical companies who produce their products in our territory. You install hydraulics, pumps, and air supply lines that run our factories, as well as the miles and miles of pipe installed and maintained at the largest refinery on the East Coast, and our skilled service technicians provide the follow-up support to keep all of these systems running smoothly. As you can see, your hard work as a member of Steamfitters Local 475 has helped build, support, and maintain our infrastructure, while always improving our way of life here in the Garden State. The future of our local begins here on Mount Bethel Road at our training center. The apprentices of today, as well as those of tomorrow, will be responsible for carrying on the many fine traditions of this local union. When the local turned 50 years old in 1954, the Education Fund was created and the apprenticeship program was established, replacing the helper position.
I entered the program because well, I had friends and family in the business, so I had a good idea of what I was getting involved with. And I knew it was a type of work, it was tangible, real work that I could take pride in.
Our teachers here have worked in the field in the past, and they know what goes on out in the field, so they can design a curriculum that, you know, best suits us, and we can use our time most wisely here in the classroom.
These guys with 30, 40 years of experience, they can teach you a lot.
Today, Local 475 has a United Association accredited training facility for educating our apprentices, as well as providing a wide range of advanced courses for journeymen. We are fortunate to have a dedicated group of experienced instructors who contribute greatly to the success of the local by teaching new welding procedures, orbital welding, medical gas certification, refrigeration, and computer-assisted drawing, which are just a few of the courses designed to help our members be the best trained in the industry.
I want to be able to teach guys, you know, when I get out of my time, I want to be able to teach them what I've learned. I just want to be able to continuously advance. I don't want there to be a limitation.
Whether on Halsey Street, or South 17th Street in Newark, William Street in East Orange, or Mount Bethel Road in Warren, the heart of Local 475 is its Union Hall. It is here that jobs are dispatched, jurisdiction protected, funds managed, contracts negotiated, and collective bargaining agreements enforced. The officers of Local 475, past and present, have always provided strong representation within the building trades and pipe trades in New Jersey. The benefits that we depend on every day are managed here at the Union Hall's fund office. These benefits that we all take for granted were not always in place, like the Health and Welfare Fund that was established in 1951, the 475's pension plan created in 1953, and the Vacation Fund that became a strike issue in 1961 before becoming part of our current wage package. And it wasn't until 1980, after several heated battles, that the Annuity Fund took flight.
And I recall when I started, there was no hospitalization, there was no pension plan, there was no vacation plan. I got married in 1955, and our firstborn was twins. And I got a big $75 for the twins. They were premature and had to stay in the hospital. But Miss Warwick said, "Sorry, Dan, I can't do nothing for you."
The Steamfitters owe thanks to our fund administrator and his hard-working staff, who are responsible for managing over $200 million in account assets. But none of these benefits would have been possible without the efforts and commitment of the Steamfitters of yesterday, who have worked hard to leave behind a better union for the Steamfitters of tomorrow. Local 475's members and their families can take comfort in knowing that their security, now and in the future, is job number one at the funds office. Looking back over Local 475's history, its members can take pride in the contributions the local has made to our local industries, communities, and the overall quality of life in North Jersey. The attention to detail, craftsmanship, and the hard work of the Steamfitters before us are an example for all who follow. Although nothing remains the same, as evidenced by the technological changes to our industry, We hope some things never change, such as the spirit of cooperation between Local 475 and our good union contractors. We share a common interest in maintaining quality workmanship and a satisfied construction user. As union members, we will always safeguard, advance, and promote the principles of free collective bargaining while protecting the working rights of our membership. We will continue to share in the common bond of brotherhood, working together to strengthen the labor movement.
I get a great feeling of pride knowing the men we were able to send out to work.
It gave me a good standard of living.
It's just been something that I really have enjoyed, and it's been a great sense of pride to be part of this union.
Being a member of Local 475 has helped me in everything that I've done, because that's been my sole occupation for 44 years.
It's been great, and I've done just about everything that I possibly could want to do in this business.
As every fitter would tell you, when a job is done and you see the heat turned on, and thank God everything works, you feel great, and you walk out of there very proud.
Tonight, we celebrate 100 years of history, made possible by 100 years of unionism. Each for all, and all for each. May this never change.